Hey guys, it's Norm over here, and we have a very strange reunion of a couple sisters. Here, not these characters. These two Epiphone guitars. These are both Epiphone Howard Roberts customs. They only made 53 of the customs. They made a lot more standards and variations and all that. By the way, this is the great Mitch Holder, one of the great guitar players, one of my favorite guitar players around town.
Thank you.
And you guys all know this other character over here, Grant Geissman, also one of my close buddies, and I can't say enough about his playing, just incredible. And both these guys have played with everybody. And you know, I noticed that you have a gig at the Canyon Club coming up soon. Steve Terrell, are you doing that?
Yeah, I am doing that with Steve Tyrell, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing with Steve Terrell, and of all the big band guys now, I love Steve Terrell. I love his voice. I love the arrangements.
Yeah.
And Grant playing guitar. You playing an arch top with him, or maybe that, or we don't know yet.
Maybe. I sometimes play my 61 335 I got from you.
That's a beater. He got
yeah,
one of the.
beater,
No.
yeah.
I mean, it looks like it was never played. And Mitch worked for Gibson numerous times, and you were a product developer or specialist.
Yeah.
Okay, and a rep too,
And
right?
a rep. Yeah, watch out.
All right. So you know, I'm proud of Gibson now. They're coming around. They're really doing
They
some
are.
nice stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm proud to be a dealer for them. And so these guitars, what's cool about these is that the original Howard Roberts models were Epiphones. Then in the 70s, they did Gibson versions of more like the custom, but they made a standard which had a rosewood board and the inlay was slightly different. The headstock was a lot plainer. Grant has 3 Howard Roberts guitars. He has...
Because more is more.
That's right. He's been a friend and customer for many years, but check this out. He's got one that hardly exists that was an acoustic with no pickup on it. He's got one with a pickup on it,
Yep.
and then he's got this custom with the Tree of Life and all that kind of stuff. It's got multiple bindings and all that,
And these are unusual with the oval sound hole.
oval sound hole. That was part of his design,
Yeah.
Howard.
Well, Howard's thinking on that was that when you have F-holes, your arm covers one of them, and the pick guard covers most of the other ones. So there's not much coming through, whereas this system with the oval sound hole gets more acoustic sound to the player.
But actually, even prior to that, Epiphone did a flat top with that type of a sound hole, and D'Angelico and D'Acquisto both did arch tops with oval holes. So I think they probably predated the Howard Roberts guitars.
Well, actually, he told me that his inspiration came from the Style O, which in his adjectives was the word fractured. He said, "I saw the Style O and it just fractured me." Okay, hear him saying that.
Stylo was like a archtop oval hole with a curlicue. Wasn't really a cutaway, but it was
Yeah, more like a curly Q would be on
like a mandolin.
half mandolin. Yeah.
So I know you guys are probably saying, Norm, will you shut up and let these guys play? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Show us, play a little bit on these guitars and show us what's cool about these guitars. Yours, you told me that yours was actually an acoustic, and then they sent it back to the factory and they added the pickup.
Yes.
And your top is a little bit thinner
Yeah,
than the one on Grant's.
Yeah.
you can see, but yes, it is a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the ones that were going to have a pickup, they used a thicker top. And even my 2 standards, the one that's only acoustic, is thinner, like
Thinner,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one other thing that's kind of, again, Norm's getting old, so his memory isn't that great, but I believe this guitar I got through Robbie Robertson, and he played it with the band. And what was the video that we spotted?
Well, the last waltz? No, Ed Sullivan show.
Ed Sullivan. What tune were they playing on that?
Maybe Cripple Creek or
Cripple
something?
Creek, yeah. Incredible video. You don't really see the guitar much to the very end, and you look over and it's...
He thinks it might
Well,
be that one.
Robbie's was a 65.
Well,
It was like a different color. It was a
Are you sure? Because when I looked at the picture, it looked about right. And I got some really cool guitars from Robbie, including a 1961 single cutaway Les Paul Custom with 3 pickups, 3 PFs. It was a 61, which was very late. So
Well, you got a picture of this guitar?
It's on a Ed Sullivan show. You have to pull it up on YouTube, and
It
you can
sure
only
looks
see
like
it at the very end.
Oh.
Though. It's only like
Well, I was just suggesting maybe take a picture of it and show it to Robbie.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there
ask
you go.
him.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we thought, Howard played a lot of different stuff on his albums. He had these, very popular albums in the 60s, HR as a dirty guitar player and Guilty and all this stuff. But he often played this club in North Hollywood called Dante's, and one of the tunes that he would most often play there was a Herbie Hancock tune called Cantaloupe Island.
Right.
So we thought, let's play, Howard's
All right.
version of Cantaloupe Island. And
You
the thing
got it.
that's interesting for you music nerds, it's only like a 3-chord tune: F minor, D flat 7, and the original is like D minor 9th is the 3rd chord. But Howard always played D7 sharp 9.
Right.
So check
And
it out.
And it's 12 bars, so it's more or less set up like a blues.
Kind of, only yeah,
Yeah.
kind of only not. Anyway, listen for the sharp 9 chord. So
Which one is it? Oh,
yeah, that one.
okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I'll just set it up.
Okay. Here comes the sharp 9. Just stay there.
Hey! Really cool. And just, for all you rock players, those sharp 5, flat 9, all that kind of stuff, that's just jazz talk just to kind of screw you guys up, right? That don't mean anything.
I mean, I read music, but not enough to hurt my playing.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
But you know what? You're cross between a jazz player and a rock player.
Absolutely.
You get, a couple thousand people in the audience. Rock player gets 40,000, and the jazz player, straight jazz,
3.
gets 3. So it's the sound of one hand clapping. So
Yeah, when the pandemic hit, didn't change much for us.
there you go. See that? Wow. The great Mitch Holder, the great Grant Geissman. Thank you guys. This was definitely a
Thank
really
you,
cool
Norm.
thing.
Yeah.
And you'll never see two of these in the same room
same
together.
room.
That's right.
You know?
That's why I wanted to do it
And-
for your guitar collection.
And these
folks.
are rare. Only 53 of them made, and which means they're more rare than a Flying V from the 50s.
That's right.
Which should mean that they're worth more. Is that right?
That's right. It's all, just so you know, business is all supply and demand.
Demand. That's right.
So
Right.
we just want to let you know that these guitars are a genuine bargain still based on the Flying V prices. Am I right?
Right, right.
You are? Yeah. You are way right.
All right.
Thank you, Norm. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
guys.
us.
Thanks, Norm.
Thank
All
you.
right. Love you guys for watching this stuff, and I'm glad to bring these guys to you. They're killer.